Good morning. I'm just waking up myself. Got my coffee. This is my Poquito mug. It says art every day, which is a nice little reminder. Alright, so starting next month, which is also next week because August is coming to a close. What a wild month, what a wild year. And to help myself and help my communities and you guys, I'm going to start teaching a Wednesday morning, 8 a.m. Eastern time, morning movement and meditation. And this is a little sample of that. We're going to go ahead and start out with some movement, because at least for me, I need to wake up my body a little bit before I meditate, or I get really, really sleepy, which again is okay. But it's just my preference, so we might try it both ways, but we're going to start with movement and specifically some controlled articular rotations from functional range conditioning. Do you want to join us, Judy? I think Judy needs to do her cars as well. She's like, nah, it's too early. All right, good morning. We're doing a movement and meditation this morning. So we're going to go ahead and start with some controlled articular rotations. For this, root down through the floor. You can be cross-legged, you can be on your knees, you can be in whatever position that is comfortable for you. We're going to isolate just our neck movement. So go ahead, lift the crown of your head towards the ceiling and start building some tension in your body. So start to engage your core, brace down in your core as if you're about to lift something heavy, but you're not. It's too early for that. Start bringing some tension into your shoulders. Maybe make fists with your hands. Bring them by your sides. So now you're slightly flexing everything in your body, building some tension here, and then just release all that tension. So that's a radiation, and we have different levels of radiation. We can squeeze all our muscles really, really tight, and we can completely relax and be loosey-goosey. We want to be somewhere in between that when we isolate just our neck movement. So again, to begin, start building tension in your core and your fists, squeezing your muscles, and we're going to start with our neck. So bring your chin to your neck. Make a beautiful double chin. Nobody looks attractive in this position. That's okay. Bring your chin down to your chest. Find a stretch in the back of your neck. Breathe here. Slowly start scraping your chin across your chest to the right. Nice and slow. We're moving as if we're moving through molasses. And find a nice twist in your neck. You should feel a stretch in the front of your neck, looking over your shoulder, looking far beyond. That sounded weirdly deep. Look far beyond your shoulder. And now slowly pour water out of your ear. Dip your ear down, letting your chin come up and around. You should never feel any pain during this movement. If you do, take a step back. Slowly coming through, slowly, consistently moving. Bring your chin up. Finding a stretch in the front of your neck. And then twist the other direction, looking over your other shoulder. Really twist as much as you can. Make sure your shoulders are still stacked over your hips. Your core is still engaged. You're still squeezing your fists. Find a nice deep twist here. And then as you continue to twist, bring your chin to your chest. And continue that circle, scraping your chin across your chest. We'll do this one more time in this direction. Nice and slow. I like to tell myself to go slower, and then go a little slower, and then maybe I'm going slow enough. Now again, looking over your shoulder, find a nice stretch in the front of your neck. Keep breathing in and out through your nose. Dip your ear down as if you're pouring water out of it, lifting your chin up and around. Nice and slow. Have your eyes closed or open, whatever feels comfortable. Sometimes for me, closing my eyes helps me feel the sensation a little bit more. Twisting to the other side, finding a nice stretch, waking up your neck. Bring your chin to your shoulders, scrape it along, just coming back to center this time. and then coming back up to straight. Let's do the other direction now. Again, bring your chin into your neck. Beautiful double chin. Peel your chin down to your chest. Scrape your chin along your chest to the left this time. Look over your shoulder. Find a nice stretch in the front of your neck. Keep breathing. Dip your ear down. Keep engaging your core here. Keep squeezing your fists. Lifting your chin up and over. Nice slow movements. Looking over your other shoulder. Really find a nice twist here, rotating through your cervical spine, your neck. Bring your chin down. We'll do this one more time. Nice and slow. Feel all the sensations in your body. Looking over your shoulder. Dipping your ear down. And lifting your chin up and over. Keep breathing in and out through your nose. Looking over your other shoulder. Find as deep of a twist as you can, as is comfortable for you. And then scrape your chin across your chest. And come back up to center. All right, now we're going to bring our attention to our shoulders. Same idea, you can be standing, you can be sitting, whatever position is comfortable for you. All of our bodies are different, so don't try to look like me, because that's just going to be not beneficial. Well, a little bit, but the idea is that know that the other people around you doing the same movements, the same things, they're just going to look different because their bodies are different. All right, so again, start lifting the crown of your head towards the ceiling. Bring fists into your hands. Start building tension in your body. And now we're just going to isolate our scapula movement. So bring your shoulders up towards your ears as much as you can. Squeezing nice and high. And then punch down. Send your shoulders away from your ears. Squeezing your back muscles. And again, bring your shoulders up towards your ears as high as you can. And punch your shoulders down towards the floor. Coming back to neutral. Now spread your shoulder blades apart. The shoulders come forward. Not moving my spine, just my scapula. And then squeeze your scapula together. Again, trying to not move your shoulders. One more time, send your shoulders towards the front of your space. And then squeeze your shoulders together. Coming back to neutral. We're now going to connect all 4 of those points. So again, build tension in your body. Bring your shoulders up towards your ears. Now squeeze your shoulders towards each other as you're bringing them up. And now send them down your back as you're squeezing them together. And spread your shoulder blades apart as you bring your shoulders forward. One more time, nice and high. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Punch down. And forward. Let's switch directions now. Down. Squeeze them together. Lift them nice and high. Spread them apart. Punch them down. Let's do it 2 more times in this direction. Remember, the goal is to have slow, fluid movements in your shoulders. Last time. All right, shake it out, wiggle around. Wiggles in the morning are nice. Okay, now we're gonna get into the more stillness portion. So go ahead, take a minute, do any other stretches that feel good for you. Maybe twist your spine around. Again, just kind of preparing yourself to sit. All right. Again, you can sit in whatever position you'd like to sit in. Personally, I have a very DIY setup. This right here is a boat cushion from my grandpa's boat. This is something that I'll always have from him after he passed away. And then I just have a little rug on top of it. But you can roll up a blanket to sit on. You can sit on a block or a book or a chair or a couch or a bed or endless options. So just do whatever's comfortable for you. Not everybody's comfortable seated in meditation. Some people really prefer a chair. Some people prefer to lay down. For me, laying down in the morning, it's likely that I'll fall back asleep. But again, you know your body. Trust yourself. Trust that whatever option you choose is going to be okay. And also, you can always change positions. So, don't overthink it. All right. So, whatever position you're in now, root whatever is on the ground towards the ground. Find space in your body. If you're sitting, if your head is up towards the ceiling, lift the crown of your head, lengthening through your spine. And if you're comfortable, slowly flutter your eyes shut. Just taking a second to pause. Pausing in life is so important. It helps us reassess, it helps us reflect, and it helps us be intentional as we're navigating life. And especially this year, life has thrown some unpredictable curveballs towards all of us. So it's perfectly normal to struggle to pause. And sometimes when we pause, it's very uncomfortable. And sometimes, of course, it's also very comfortable. So know that whatever it feels like to pause, that's okay. Just let yourself notice what your mind is doing, how your body is feeling. And ever so gently bring your attention to your breath. No need to change it or alter it in any way. Simply notice how your breath feels in your body. Maybe you feel it in your belly. Perhaps you feel it in your chest or above your top lip, in your nostrils. Again, no need to alter your breath. We're just observing. We're learning how to listen to our bodies. Such a valuable skill. Now slowly bring your hands to your belly. Gently resting your hands on your belly. Just to give you a little bit more feedback to feel your breath. Again, no need to alter it. Just gently resting your hands on your belly to feel your breath a little more. Gently bring your hands to either side of your torso. Again, just another piece of external feedback. And finally, bring one hand or both hands to your back. This can not always be so comfortable. Flip your hands over. In any way comfortable, bring your hands to your back. And again, feel the breath in your back. You might feel it a lot less than your belly or your sides, and that's okay. And then gently release your hands, bring them back to your knees or whatever feels good. keep your attention on your breath. Whenever you notice your mind wandering, gently, with compassion, bring your attention back to your breath. Know that it's perfectly normal for our minds to wander, and wander some more, and wander some more. Typically, during meditations, there's dozens of times I need to begin again and bring my attention back to my breath. Sometimes focusing on the raise and fall of my belly or my chest helps me find a stronger anchor with my focus on my breath. Keep breathing. Knowing that you can always begin again, you can always readjust your focus. And often you need to continuously readjust your focus to keep your focus on one thing, and that's okay. That's why we're training this right now. Again, beginning again by bringing your attention back to the breath. Anywhere else. Just slowly release your grip of those other thoughts and come back to your breath. Now gently bring to mind one thing that you are grateful for today. It can be as simple as being grateful for your breakfast this morning. Perhaps you made something really, really tasty. Or perhaps you're happy that you just were able to get something into your mouth this morning to fuel your day. But whatever is coming to mind, it doesn't have to be food. Whatever you're grateful for today, make it as specific as you can. So rather than thinking, I'm grateful for my friend Susan, you could say, I'm grateful for the thoughtful advice that Susan gave me that has helped me be a better person and foster a deeper friendship. Slowly release that notion of gratitude. And now bring one thing to mind that you're grateful for yourself for. Perhaps you're grateful that you're taking this time here and now to take care of your body and your mind. Perhaps you're grateful that you're up and awake and out of bed at this time. Perhaps it's entirely something else, but again, be specific with it. Instead of saying, I'm grateful for fostering friendships, get a lot more detailed and say I'm grateful for calling one specific friend, checking in with them about a specific thing and echoing back their own words to them. Then gently release those thoughts. Coming back to your breath. And then release the focus of your breath and just let your mind do whatever it wants to do. Slowly bring your attention back into your body, back into the space wherever you are. Feel whatever's beneath you supporting you. When you're ready, slowly open your eyes. Taking as much time as you need. Maybe moving around a little bit. I always like to do a big stretch. Oh, still waking up. Alright, that was very nice. Okay, and now, so those were the first two portions of this little 30 morning good morning. Oh my gosh, can you tell it's early? Good morning little wake up movement meditation. I gotta slow down my words because my brain's obviously going a little slow this morning, and that's okay. I need some coffee. Alright, so then to end these really fun 30 minutes of waking up in the morning, we're either going to end with one of my Mesquite tarot cards. I've posted these a lot before. They're just really, really lovely. Or we're going to end with one of these We're Not Really Strangers cards, which it's a whole game, but I'm going to use them as connection cards. So for the sake of this being a little demo of the class, I'm going to actually show you both. So we're going to start with the tarot cards. And these tarot cards are from New Mexico. They're the only tarot cards I've ever had, and they are just so stellar. If I can get them open. So there are all sorts of different designs. I really, really love the art on these. They're gorgeous. I'm gonna give them a little shuffle. See what ideas, what little idea seeds these will plant in our head. And then I'm going to pick a card. And this is the card that I picked. Just take a second to look at it first. Initially, to me, it looked a little negative, a little sad perhaps. But the arrows could also be a cage around the person. Perhaps the person is just turning very inward. And this card is the 8 of Arrows. And I'm going to read the 8 of Arrows for us today. So the 8 of Arrows: restriction, confinement, anxiety. Like other animals, humans also sink helpless when caged in all around. Perhaps it's a situation or a trap of mean thoughts cycling, stories you tell yourself that just aren't true. Take a good hard look at what has you stuck, bound. Shake yourself from the trance of any role you've assumed. A voluntary blindness to your own involvement or any hint of self-sabotage. Ask compassionately how you benefit from staying stuck. What does getting out look like? Can you picture it? If you need to be reminded, this card says gently, you are not powerless. You don't have to wait to be rescued. Even knee-deep in injustice, victim is not your name. Freedom is in clarity of thought. Don't let the poison darts stick. That was really lovely. Again, that is the 8 of Arrows in the Mesquite Tarot card deck. And then lastly, we're going to be doing a connection card. So there's 3 different levels, levels 1, 2, 3 for when you play the game. I'm going to go ahead and start out with level 2 since we're not actually answering these. So again, pulling a random card here. Level 2 is connection. And here is the question. What is something you wouldn't want to change about yourself? That is really, really lovely. What is something you wouldn't want to change about yourself? I hope you had perhaps more than one thing come to mind. I think that actually reminds me of a lovely story where I actually made a friend, again, words are hard for me. I made a friend in the locker room of the climbing gym a few years ago, actually one of the first friends that I made when I moved to DC. She was talking with her other friend in the locker room, and I overheard their conversation, and she asked her friend, what is your favorite body part? Like, what do you love about your body the most? And it just hit in such a lovely place for me, because usually in the locker rooms, unfortunately, I'm more used to hearing people talk negatively about their bodies. And she was inviting a positive conversation about bodies. And it made me so happy that I had to say something. I was like, wow, what a lovely question to ask somebody. And then that helped foster a friendship. So again, this can be to answer for yourself. This can also be to ask somebody else in your life and start a really cool conversation. What is something you wouldn't want to change about yourself? Because there's a lot of great things about you. All right, well, that concludes this 30 minutes of mobility, movement, meditation, and intentions, connections. Thank you so much for those that joined. As I said at the beginning of this, excuse me, I will be teaching a 30-minute movement meditation intention class every Wednesday morning at 8 a.m. Once a month, they're going to be here on Instagram Live, but typically they're going to be on Zoom. So DM me if you're interested in that. I'll go ahead and put up a link in my bio so you can sign up for those. It's going to be very, very affordable. There's 2 different options if you would like to join me for these mornings. The first option is a $5 drop-in, and the other option is a $10 subscription. So that makes it $250 per lesson. And it's really, really easy. Again, trying to help you and help myself really pause, be intentional, get some movement into our lives, and start our day on a nice note. All right, well, I will hopefully see you next week. Thank you for those of you who joined, and have a lovely rest of your Wednesday.